Sit in a comfortable position, crisscross, easy pose, on a block or a pillow, and just arrive. Nice and relaxed. The rest of your body, nice and relaxed. Put your palms out in front of you, thumbs in, fingers around your thumb, and rotate in circles, one way. 3, 4, 5. Let's go the other way, switch ways. Feeling and hearing all of the little cricks and cracks inside your wrist joints. Feel the difference between the left and the right. If you find a really yummy spot where you're like, whoa, that is so tight, just stay there for a second and breathe into it, and then continue on moving. This is stretching your adductor pollicis and your extensor pollicis muscle. Very important for your wrist joint. Now grab the back of your right hand with your left hand and push your wrist forward and down. Nice quick stretch, switch sides, forward and down. Pulling your hands back. Now switch ways, do an extension, straighten your arm and pull your fingers towards your face. Your wrist should be at the same line as your shoulder. Switch sides, left hand, pulling it back towards your face. Right hand, extension again, pushing the heel of your hand forward, straightening your elbow as much as you can. Switch sides. Make sure you have your thumb pulling back as well, all fingers. Shake out your wrists and just breathe. Relax your fingers, shake them out. Okay, next we're gonna come into a yogi squat. Okay, feet are wide, toes pointing out. Remove any jewelry and place your wrists behind your knees. Yeah, so palms facing up towards your face and bend down into on top of your wrists. Squeeze your fists together and release them. Squeeze them and straighten them out. We're pulling apart, in other words, your wrist joint. It feels really good for your wrists. They absolutely love it because it allows space, opens it up. It can be a very crammed, tight joint. You can place your thumbs inside the balls of your hands again, squeeze, and open up, palms flat. Squeeze into a ball with your hands, thumbs in, and then stretch your hands out. All right, lift your hips and walk your hands a little bit closer together. So now it's about the first thirds of your forearm is between your calf and your hamstring, and do the same thing. So do an extension and flexion of your hand, of your wrists. Bring your hands into a little ball and bring your hands flat out. It's going to be hard because we are pushing down on the flexors and the extensor muscles of your forearms. But working against this pressure, this tension, is very good for you. You can play around, see what increases the intensity, what decreases it. Work with what you feel. Notice the difference between the left and the right. All right, we'll walk as far in as we can. So walk your arms as far into your knees as possible. So again, let's do one wrist at a time. Making a fist with your hand and turning it in a circle. 5 one way and 5 the other way. Switch sides. It can be intense. You'll feel a real fatigue happening in your forearms. This is good. This means you are both activating and stretching your muscles. Push the backs of your hands together to stretch into a flexion. All right, release your hands and shake them out. Place the backs of the hands on the sides of your hips, your waist. Place the outside of your arms on the inside of your knee, like so. Now, try to press your arms together with your knees. Try to bring your elbows together. Good. Stretching into your shoulders. Breathing deep. Go ahead and sit on the block or the pillow that you have and grab a TheraBand or a yoga strap. And let's do some around the world. So bring your arms behind you and down. Feel your pecs stretching, your GH joint stretching, all the rotators in your shoulders. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Always breathing. Keep going, warming it up. After you've done it a few times, you can straighten your arms and stay in the spot that is the most intense, breathing into that space. Stay with it. Roll your neck a couple times and begin again. Inhale up, exhale back. We do this until we feel warm sensations and ease in our shoulders. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but in reverse. So back your hands on your waist and press your shoulders down and your elbows together. You'll notice how much farther you can get this time than you could the first time. Keep breathing. All right, lift your hips, place your hands, your forearms under your legs. Let's do as far in as you can this time. So the last thirds of your forearm, and rotate your wrists in circles. Get as far in as you can. Squeeze your forearm with your leg and rotate your hand, making a fist with your hand and making circles with your fist. Do 5 one way and 5 the other way. Other side. If your legs are getting tired actually from sitting in the squat, I urge you to just stay in it. Stay in it as much and as best as you can. But if you really need a break, just put your bum down on a tall block or pillow just to relieve some stress out of the front of your legs. Keep going, do some flexion and extension of your hands. See how it feels to press your hands together and then stretch them. You are massaging your forearms right now, releasing the muscles of the flexors and the extensors. All of the muscles that come from the common extensor tendon, the common flexor tendon, these muscles create the muscles that branch off of these tendons all span down and intrinsically attach into many different parts in your wrist and your hand and your fingers. They can get really, really tight. We use our hands all day, every day. So what we're doing is we're squeezing them together, but we're also creating movement in them. So it's like a frictioning that's happening with the muscles. It's really, really good for it. It's going to unvelcro all of the tight adhesions that have built up over time. These adhesions can compress nerves, they can decrease blood flow, they can have such a shortening to the muscle that it pulls on the joint, which causes joint pain when you go into a stretched position. So once you've done the same thing to your forearms and your wrists that we did the first time, you can go ahead and release it, but there's no rush here. You'll notice how much easier it is to do this one, how much more, movement you have, and how much easier you can control your fingers even when they want to contract like crazy. So we'll go ahead and sit back down in easy pose and shake our hands out. We will again place our thumbs inside our palms, making a fist, stretching now your thumbs pointing towards the sky and push them down towards the floor. Now rotate your arms in a circle and circle them the other way. Now make normal fists and do circles. Now walk your left hand down and over to the left. Really stretch your arm down and then bring your right ear to your right shoulder. What you're going to feel is a fascial stretch here. So next breath, open your palm up towards the sky. Bring your pinky finger about I'd say 3 to 4 inches up off of the floor, and still stretch your right ear to your right shoulder. Now spin your palm to face the back of the room. See and feel how this changes the feelings and the sensations. Flip your palm up towards the front of the room. Push your shoulder down. Bring it back to face the back of the room, the front of the room, and keep rotating like this back and forth. Lengthening your neck, trying to get your left ear to the sky. Rotating your hand. Good. Inhale, come back to the other side. Walk your right arm down, hand over to the right, left ear to your left shoulder. Big inhale and exhale. Lift your hand off of the ground and spin your palm to face the back of the room. Push your shoulder down. Try to lift your right ear to the sky. Rotate your hand to face the front of the room. Opening up your shoulder, but slightly pulling your arm behind you. Rotate it to face the back of the room. Pushing the shoulder down, lengthening your neck. Feel the fascial pull all the way down your arm. It's very intense. Just breathe into it. Flip your palm forward, opening up your shoulder, pushing it down towards the floor. Make sure your chin is tucked so you're not in an extension in your neck. Lengthening the back of the neck is another way to say it. Start to rotate your palm a bit quicker, forward, back, rotating back and forth, releasing any adhesions. This time in your neck, through your brachial plexus, anterior shoulder, biceps, pec major and minor, scalenes, and of course, down into your wrists and your forearms. Good. Come back to center. Place your hands on your knees and just feel. And that's pretty much it. But if I missed out on anything, please let me know. I'm happy to do another video or answer any questions below. I promise I will get to as many as I can. And as always, stay safe, drink a lot of water, have a great day, and namaste. Thank you.